Morning students. In last lecture we have started the expression for the spin orbit interaction energy. So for this expression we will solving the expression, and in last lecture we are here. This is the omega L. It is the angular velocity of the revolving electron in presence of applied magnetic field. This is angular velocity. So in case of spin of electron, this angular velocity gets double because of in presence of magnetic field. Electrons revolve clockwise as well as anti-clockwise, so this angular velocity gets doubled. So in relativistic effect is considered, then there exists a relativistic precision. Okay, when in presence of magnetic field there is a relativistic precision of electrons in the opposite direction of the Larmor precision. Okay, so relativistic जर आपण इफेक्ट कन्सिडर केला तर there exists a relativistic precision of electrons in the opposite direction of the Larmor precision. Okay, then the angular velocity of which is half. ओके, मग त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनची जी अँग्युलर वेलोसिटी आहे ती काय असते, हाफ असते. का तर तिथं रिलेटिविस्टिक प्रिसिजन पण आहे आणि लार्मर प्रिसिजन पण आहेत, पण बोथ आर अपोजिटली डायरेक्टेड. सो द अँग्युलर वेलोसिटी ऑफ दॅट रिव्हॉल्विंग इलेक्ट्रॉन विल बिकम हाफ. ओके, देन द रिलेटिविस्टिक वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिलेटिविस्टिक अँग्युलर velocity of the revolving electron is given by omega L, but this is the half in case of relativistic effect. So resultant म्हणजे total resultant angular velocity of electron is omega, but in case of relativistic effect it is half, so omega L. Okay, according to relativistic effect this is the angular velocity, but in case of relativistic effect this total angular velocity becomes half of this relativistic angular velocity. So what is the value of omega L is h e upon mc. Okay, so but we have the value of this, we have calculated here the value of applied magnetic field. So by using this value we will put this value here. Okay, then 1/2 L star h upon 2 pi z e square upon m square c cube into 1 upon r cube. This is the equation. We have put here the value of h. So spin orbit interaction energy, आता आपण काय करूया, स्पिन ऑर्बिट इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी काढूयात. त्याला आपण डेल्टा ओमेगा एल एस विच इज कॉल्ड ॲज स्पिन ऑर्बिट इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी आपल्याला आता कॅल्क्युलेट करायची. स्पिन ऑर्बिट इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी गिवन बाय लेटर. So this is the spin orbit interaction energy delta omega ls. This energy having the multiplication of angular velocity and projection of spin angular momentum on L star. Okay, L star. So this is the multiplication of angular velocity and projection of spin angular momentum on L star. So here this is the, what is the value of projection of spin angular momentum will become S star according to the quantum mechanics. Cos of L star S star. Okay. This is the projection of spin angular momentum. This spin angular momentum, but this projection on L star. So this will become S star into h upon 2 pi cos of L star h star. This is the angular velocity and this is the angular velocity. Okay, omega. So here, by putting the value of omega by using this equation, so is equal to 1/2 L star h upon 2 pi interaction energy. So there is a, या इक्वेशनमध्ये यायलाच पाहिजे, कुठले कुठले व्हॅल्यू यायला पाहिजे. इथं काय बघतोय आपण, स्पिन ऑर्बिट इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी, म्हणजे स्पिन कशामुळे तयार होतो, ड्यू टू द एस and due to the orbital motion there is a L. So these are the two factors is important here. So by using this both quantum numbers we have to calculate the value of the spin orbit interaction energy. त्यामुळे काय आहे, इक्वेशनमध्ये L स्टार पण यायला पाहिजे, S स्टार पण यायला पाहिजे, दोघांचं प्रोजेक्शन होतं आहे. सो दिस इज द अँग्युलर वेलोसिटी L स्टार h upon 2 pi z e square divided by m square c cube into 1 upon r cube, and value of this S star h upon 2 pi cos of L star S star. Okay, so this is the, but by instead of this we can write h cross. Okay, instead of this we can write h cross. Instead of this we can write h cross. So then this spin orbit interaction energy is equal to z e square divided by, सेपरेट करून घेऊया आपण हे L स्टार S स्टार एका साईडला घेऊया, सिम्प्लिफाय करून घेऊया इक्वेशन. ओके, h क्रॉस 1 अपॉन r क्यूब, h क्रॉस कॉमन येईल म्हणून कॉमन घेतलं, L स्टार S स्टार आणि कॉस ऑफ L स्टार S स्टार. ओके, हां, आता दिस इज द डिस्टन्स. ओके, दिस इज द डिस्टन्स, r इज द radial distance. What does it mean, radial distance? This r is a function of z. This is the radial distance. R is the radial distance is the function of z, n, z, n and L. Okay, it changes continuously in any given state. So this radial distance is a function of z, n and L. Function of radial distance, we call this radial distance, is a function of z, n and L. So it changes continuously in any given state. Okay, this is the radial distance, changes continuously since the interaction energy is very small. Okay, कंटिन्युअसली हे चेंज झालं तर काय होतं, हे कमी 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 होत झालं तर इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी वाढत वाढत जाईल. पण हे जास्त झालं, कंटिन्युअसली चेंज झालं तर काय होणार, इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी विल बिकम व्हेरी व्हेरी स्मॉल. सो दिस इंटरॅक्शन एनर्जी बिकम्स व्हेरी व्हेरी स्मॉल. वाय? बिकॉज द रेडियल डिस्टन्स changes continuously at given state. So we need only to consider the average value of 1 upon r cube. So we need to consider average value of this 1 upon r cube because it changes continuously. So that's why this interaction energy will become very very small. So that's why we consider here only the average value of this interaction energy. So we can write like this average value. त्याच्या डोक्यावरती आपण काय देतो, बार देतो ॲव्हरेज व्हॅल्यू काढायची असेल तर. आणि ते कशी काढणार आपण, तर इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ झेड, एन अँड एल. सो हियर we are considering here the radius of that orbit. Orbit number is a function of L plus 1 half L plus 1. Okay. So this is the average value of this 1 upon r cube. Okay. What is the A1 is the radius of that particular orbit. Radius of first Bohr orbit. Okay. So the interaction energy becomes Ze square 2m square c cube h cross square. We are putting here the value of this 1 upon r cube here. So this is the z cube divided by a1 cube n cube L plus 1 half L of L plus 1 half into L plus 1. Okay. And remaining value here L star S star cos of L star S star. Okay. So this is the term. But for this we are consider vector atom model. For this value we consider vector atom model. In that vector atom model, suppose this is when applied magnetic field, electrons are revolving, this is the orbital angular momentum, this is L star. Electron having also orbital motion and also spin motion. So this will precise around the axis. So this is the S star. And when we calculate the total angular momentum J star of this, both of this, so we are calculate here the total angular momentum. कसं calculate करणार मग? J star is equal to L star plus S star. So this is the projection of L and S around the J. So we are calculate here the total angular momentum of the electron. So we are moving towards this is the vector atom model. Projection of L star and S star. So in free space both L star and S star precess around their resultant J star, resultant momentum J star. So according to law of conservation of momentum, the resultant angular momentum J star also conserved, and hence the resultant momentum J star and the angle between L star and S star are always invariant. Okay, so this figure gives precision of L star and S star along J star. So okay, this precision gives us a resultant angular momentum. This J star is equal to L star plus S star. Okay, so by using cosine law, so hence by using cosine law, when we apply the cosine law here for this equation, we will calculate this value. So by applying cosine law, we calculate the J star square. Applying cosine law, so J star square is equal to L star square plus S star square plus 2L star S star into cos of L star S star. So this is the cosine law. But we need the value of this. So we will simplify this equation in the form of this. So L star S star cos of L star S star is equal to J star square minus L star minus L star square minus S star square divided by 2. Okay. So by putting the value of this in this equation, we will get the value of spin orbit interaction energy is equal to average value of this spin orbit interaction, because we are taking the average value of this. Okay, only this. So this is the average value of orbit interaction energy, Jd square m 2m square c cube h cross square z cube divided by a1 cube n cube L of L plus 1 half into L plus 1 J star square minus L star square minus S star square divided by 2. Okay. So here constant R is equal to having value 2 pi square m e raised to 4 divided by ch cube. This constant is called Rydberg constant, and here also, and alpha is equal to 4 pi square. These are the constant by putting here c square h square. This is the square of the fine structure. This is the square of fine structure constant. Okay. So above equation becomes average interaction energy R by putting the value of here. This is the R, alpha square ch z raised to 4 n cube L of L plus 1 half L plus 1 into J star square minus L star square minus S star square divided by 2. Okay. So this is the average of spin orbit interaction energy. So by dividing above equation by Hc, we will get this orbit interaction energy in the form of wave number. Okay. So by dividing this equation by Hc, we will get this spin orbit interaction in the form of wave numbers. So delta lambda, this is the lambda symbol, this is the spin orbit interaction energy in the form of wave number, is equal to minus R alpha square z4 n cube by dividing. So ch gets HCHC gets cancelled. So remaining equation here will become like this. J star square minus L star square minus S star square divided by 2. Okay. So this value is directly, I am writing here minus lambda. This is called spin orbit interaction energy. So this is the called spin orbit interaction energy. This term is called spin orbit interaction energy. This is the called lambda. Okay. This is called lambda. So what is the value of lambda? Is lambda is equal to A into bracket L star S star cos of L star S star. Okay. So what is the value of this? We know that this is the J star square minus L star square minus S star square divided by 2. What is A? Is the radius of the Bohr orbit. So term value, this is the term value, measures the separation from the hypothetical center with the term value so this is the term value. It measures the separation from the center. So this is the term value, measures the separation from the center. So the separation term value due to spin orbit interaction. This is the separation term value due to the spin orbit interaction energy. So here we consider the separation of term value interaction from the center. So like this will separate. This is the A, this is A by 2. This is the 2p 1/2 level and this is 2p 3 by 2 level. Okay. Here the splitting of this figure shows the splitting of 2p level due to the spin orbit interaction energy. Okay, this is the separation of p energy level due to the spin orbit interaction energy. This is the term value. So okay, this separation, so this is the most important point. Separation increases, this separation increases with increase in Z. This separation decreases, second point, this separation decreases with increase in N, and this separation decreases with increase in L. So this separation is dependent on the atomic number of the atom, dependent on the value of principal quantum number, and dependent on the value of orbital quantum number. So this is the all about the spin orbit interaction energy, and this is the p level splits into two sublevels. Okay, and this separation increases with atomic number, decreases with decreases with principal quantum number, and also decreases with the orbital quantum number. So this is all about the spin orbit interaction energy. Thank you.